Love it or hate it, The Walking Dead will never die. Although the original series shuffled aimlessly until it rotted away in the last few seasons, that didn't stop AMC from creating several spin-offs that keep us going. Rick and Michonne reunited for one season of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, while frenemies. Alas, Daryl was on his own for the first season of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, before being joined by Carol in France for the second, The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol. Despite some flaws, pairing Daryl and Carol together for their own show worked because they were in a unique setting with captivating characters and a worthwhile storyline. As Season 2 ended, the besties left France behind in a needed shakeup, but sadly Season 3 completely botches what they had going for them. Following a riveting premiere, Season 3's remaining 6 episodes rot away, resulting in some of the dullest moments in franchise history. There will surely be a Season 4, but if it can't get any better than this, then Daryl is better off falling on his crossbow.
What is The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3 about?
The last we saw of Daryl and Carol, they were leaving France with Laurent and Ash on a plane back to America, and our heroes looking for another way to return home. After taking the Channel Tunnel, they end up in London, which is where Season 3 begins. The premiere is riveting, like an episode of The Last of Us, and is what The Walking Dead should be about. In the ruins of London, they meet a character named Julian. He's a lost soul who doubts himself, but needs people more than his fears. So it's with Daryl and Carol on his sailboat that they set off for the United States. It's not much of a spoiler to say that they don't make it, with their vessel crashing onto a beach in a Spanish town. This is where the remainder of the season plays out. Healing up from injuries caused during the crash, Daryl and Carol notice a young couple, Roberto and Justina, being attacked by bandits. Daryl, always the hero, saves them, only to learn that the man and woman are fleeing their hometown, and Justina's uncle, Fede, the mayor of a town where a lottery is set up for certain women to be sent off and married into the world being formed by future King Guillermo. In exchange for producing a bride for his people, Fede's poorer residents are given weapons and protection, not just from the walkers, but the more dangerous living. When it all goes to hell, it's up to Daryl and Carol to save the day and rescue all of their new friends. Oh yeah, and there are zombies in it here and there too.
Daryl Dixon Season 3's supporting characters are painfully uninteresting.
To be very blunt, Season 3 of Daryl Dixon is the worst of the Walking Dead spin-offs, which is such a shame after the second season one of the best. Much of the blame falls on the supporting characters. Leaving France behind may have been necessary for the series, but it also presented a challenge because the previous characters created to stand alongside Daryl and Carol were actually compelling to watch. Laurent was a good kid trying to make it through, living up to the standards created by a cult that wrongly thought he was a messiah-like figure. Daryl found love with Isabel, a nun fighting for good, which gave his once nomadic life some romance. Even the villains were entertaining, whether it be leader Lo Song or militant Jeanette and her army of super zombies. Following that would be quite the task, and the writers of Daryl Dixon have dropped the ball in nearly every way. Daryl Dixon spends zero time with Laurent and Ash on their journey, who are not seen at all. Instead, every minute is spent with Daryl and Carol, who now reside with the dullest cookie-cutter characters you can comprehend. The audience has no reason to care about any of them, except that we know we're supposed to. There was no spark between Roberto and who are shown to be physically close, but why in the heck would Daryl and Carol care about their lives, when their focus should only be getting home? Fede is stuck between being good and bad, without being fascinating enough to either. As for Guillermo, he's around so little, nothing more than look grumpy, so no worries about him ever feeling like a threat. There are a few other characters too, including Roberto's father, Antonio, and the law woman of sorts, Paz, but none of them stand a chance being memorable. They're not only boring, but they have so very little to do.
Daryl and Carol are running in place in The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3.
The best part of Season 3 of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, outside of the excellent premiere episode, is that it's actually filmed in Spain, where old buildings spiral through mountaintops. The series is beautiful to look at and a welcome improvement over Dead City's gray sets and CGI, but it's all for nothing, because The Walking Dead spin-off repeats the worst mistakes of the original series. Mopey characters walking around meandering and complaining about their sad lives. The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3 can't even be bothered to make its walkers matter. The last season had super strength walkers, and Dead City still tries to make them a threat, but they barely exist in Daryl Dixon. When they do show up, it's to do the bare minimum. At least we have Daryl and Carol together, right? The show's leads are the only thing holding this mess together, with a relationship that works because their love goes beyond anything physical. They're connected by the soul and would do anything for each other. It's touching to see them drop everything or to talk about the pain they still feel from their past, but even that feels like the show going back to basics. We've seen this so many times before in superior stories, resulting in the season coming off like a first draft. Ultimately, Daryl Dixon Season 3 runs in place until a laugh-out-loud twist reveals how the series will keep the best friends from getting home anytime soon. There will be a fourth season, but based on the lack of thrills this time around, it's tough to work up any excitement. The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon might know where it's headed, but it struggles with actually getting there.